What's up there, ladies and gentlemen? We have something completely new that I haven't tried before. Well, a little bit before, but not on BattleSpot. We're going to be playing BattleSpot doubles. Yes, I said it correctly this time. For whatever reason, I have like a speech impediment when I try to say those three words in a row. We're going to be playing on BattleSpot doubles because we need to start getting ready for VGC 2018, and this is like the first team that I have built for VGC 2018. It's not really like a serious team, it's like a gimmicky team because I love Trick Room. I'm very passionate about Trick Room. Majority of the teams that I did well with in previous formats were Parish Trap teams. Why did I say Trick Room? This doesn't have a Trick Room aspect on it. This is a strictly, it's called Rain Trap. It's actually a variation of my own twist on a team that did really well in Japan on BattleSpot doubles. So we're going to go ahead and see how well it does for us, because I have yet to play on the ladder, and we're going to be playing against a person from Italy, so good luck to them. Let's see what team they have. I am excited to see like how well we can do in this format, because I have never played, so I don't know really what to expect at all, and I haven't really done much research on it. I can kind of suspect as to what moves. I mean, like, items are going to be on, like, Pokemon. Like, you have, like, probably, like, Charizard Z right here, and it's probably Chlorophyll, Life Orb, Venusaur. It's, like, similar to 2015 with, like, the addition of the 7th generation and Tapus. Like Fake Out, Hitmontop, maybe it's even Eject Button, probably Ground EMZ, probably Ghost EMZ on the Aegislash, could very well be Leftover, Substitute Toxic. So this is going to be pretty fun to see. Don't necessarily want to lead the Politoed because he could very well, we could play Mind Games right away, and I feel like the sun always beats the rain, but we could play Mind Games right away. You know, when's he going to Mega Evolve? When should I switch into my Politoed? Things like that. I think a Charizard and a Venusaur lead right here is actually pretty safe for him. Let's see, who can I lead against that? Who can I lead against that? Huh. Who can I lead against that? I think the Kingdra, the Persian, Politoed. Do I even need Gengar in this matchup? Because Muck does really good against this team as well. Yeah, I'm going to bring the Muck. I just got to watch out for that Garchomp, but I do have the Kingdra and the Politoed. I have the double Ice Beam potential. This team is, and I really have no experience with this team. I played maybe 3 games with it, and that was like in a best of 3. This team operates outside of trapping and going for Parish Songs, although I have the potential for going for Parish Songs. So that's why I do also have the Rain matchup. So I'm leading the Persian because I felt like he was going to lead the Charizard and Venusaur. I could have played the Mind Games, you know, go for the Fake Out into the Charizard turn 1. We could very well be trading the Fake Outs right now, because I honestly think he doesn't he doesn't Mega Evolve right now. He protects his Charizard, doesn't Mega Evolve, and then in the following turn he's probably going to end up Mega Evolving, because I could very well switch into my Politoed right now, and then well, that actually wouldn't make any sense, because I switch into my Politoed right now, and even if he doesn't go for the Mega Evolution, I'll switch in before he goes for the Mega Evolution, so we still got the sun up. So, what I'm going to do right now is, I'm just honestly going to go for a, Protect right here. Well, that doesn't necessarily make any sense, because he's probably just going to go for the, he could very well go for the, you know what? Let's back up here for a second. I'm going to risk the Hydro Pump right here. And then I'm just going to go for the Fake Out into the Charizard. It's just a safe play, because if anything, the Charizard has the potential, and he's going to protect. Yep, so he does exactly what I thought he was going to do. Let's see what the Hitmontop goes for. Hitmontop is probably going for a Fake Out onto my Kingdra. Yep. So I could have very well have doubled up into the Hitmontop. So I'm going to protect right here. I'm still going to be faster than the Charizard. So I'm going to go for a Parting Shot into the Charizard because it just previously protected. What this allows me to do is, it allows me to allow him... It withdraws the Charizard, okay. I was going to say, it allows me to allow him to Mega Evolve, and then I can get in my Politoed after that, and then I get up the Rain. So I'm going to protect right here. This is probably a silly protect because he's probably going to go for the close combat into my into my purchase slot. I could have very well have went for an Ice Beam into the Venusaur slot. Should be faster than both of these Pokemon, so I don't necessarily think I need to bring in my Politoed right now. Yep, I'm going to bring in my Politoed, because then I can switch out my Politoed and go into my Muck, and then it should be able to take the Giga Drain pretty well. Because he's got to fear the Ice Beam from the Kingdra. And it's not like he could switch into Charizard and then get up the range, because this shouldn't be doing too much. It actually does way more than I anticipated. Hitmontop is not that strong. But that's fine. Go for the Ice Beam right here. And then I'm going to switch out into my Muck, because I think he goes for a Giga Drain into the Politoed. Doesn't want to have the potential to be playing around with weathers. Probably just wants to get rid of it early on. I could very well protect right now, but I think going out into the Muck and repositioning myself is a better idea. I haven't done any damage to this Pokemon right now, so that's kind of concerning. I just want to see how this plays out. I think he goes for the Giga Drain into the Politoed, if anything. I still should be able to... Well, the rain's up, I was going to say. Even outside of the rain, I still should be able to outspeed his Venusaur. The Venusaur goes for a Protect, so this is a really slow-paced game. With he is a hyper-offensive team. He's playing extremely defensive. Gonna go for a... That does so much damage. So just completely risking me going for a whatchamacallit, hold on, let me think about what I want to do right here. The Giga Drain's not going to knock me out. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump right there. What does he have in the back? Does he have anything that could potentially switch into that? Not necessarily, so hopefully we hit the Hydro Pump. That will be able to take out the hit on top. Don't want to waste my Z move just yet. And I'm going to go for a knockoff into the Venusaur. Could very well switch out the Venusaur into the Charizard. Yep. Because the knockoff won't be doing too much. Could have very well have went for a Poison Jab into that slot, but it didn't really make any sense. Because I wanted to get rid of the Life Orb. This is going to be going into the Hitmontop. I could have predicted that and then gone for a Hydro Pump into the Charizard. That would have really screwed him over. This should do a considerable amount of damage, yeah. Charizard's defenses aren't that good, but I do get a critical hit, unfortunately. Alright, could double protect right here and then switch into my Politoed the following turn. Because the double up into the Muck would be able to take it out, even if he goes for like a Heat Wave, Flame Flower, and a Sludge Bomb into the Muck. I still think that'll be able to take me out. I forget what I'm Black Sludge in my Muck, but I think it's like all defense Muck. This is a really crazy team that I'm running right now. So we did take out the Hitmontop, but it really wasn't doing anything, and it's done its job. It's done a lot of damage to every single one of my Pokemon. All right, so unfortunately, okay, so. I think the Charizard protects, because I think the Hydro Vortex will still be able to take out the Charizard in the sun. And I'll still be faster than the Venusaur. He could still double up into the Muck, though. I could bring out the Kingdra as well, but I don't necessarily think that makes any sense. So I'm going to protect right there, and then, should I just double protect? I'm not going to protect right here. I have a feeling that Charizard's going to not Mega Evolve and protect. No, it's going to Mega Evolve. Okay. Let's see what the Venusaur goes for. Does it go for an attack into my Kingdra? Because I could have just Ice Beamed into that, or have gone for a Hydro Vortex, which would have been able to knock the Charizard out. So I'm going to protect right here. Doesn't look like he's... Well, I would have been protecting first. Yep, Charizard goes for a protect. Okay. Giga Drain. Predicting the Politoed switching. Okay. So, good thing I didn't protect with the Muck right there, because I'm going to be able to go for a knockoff. Let's see what item that the Venusaur has. Is that also... Well, it's also a... if that's not a Mega Evolution Venusaur, it's a Z-move Venusaur. Maybe, like... I would Acid Downpour for the Tapus, which would be really cool. Okay. I'm gonna disable the Venusaur. Does he go for the Giga Drain though? Let me see. He probably will double up into the switching my Persian right here. I honestly think he goes for a double up into the Kingdra. Let's see. Let's just very unfamiliar with this format, and it's showing right now. Someone would have been able to probably run through this team so far, but unfortunately, I'm just very. I had a feeling that he'd be withdrawing his Charizard, so I didn't want to necessarily put in my Persian in there in danger. He could go for the Giga Drain into the Kingdra slot, still wouldn't be able to take out my Persian. Acid Downpour? Yep, Acid Downpour, so this is probably going into the Persian. It's a special attack, unfortunately, so that would be taking out my Persian, but he does burn his Z move, and then I could still get up Rain. So, mind games, weather mind games. I never like to play the weather mind game. It's really annoying. Yeah, this is definitely taking out my Persian. Yep. So, anything that I would have switched in right there was going down, so there was nothing I could do about that. I do get the Fur Coat ability, not that it matters against all of these special attackers. The Tapu Koko is going to take a lot of damage right here. Yeah! And we get the poison! So that was that wasn't even a call on my part. I did not predict that whatsoever. Wow, okay. So, he's down to his last two Pokemon. So what I do right here is the sun's already up. I just bring in my Politoed. Alright. Okay. Okay. So he can't go for a Solar Beam. He can go for a Giga Drain. I could very well protect right here. So you have the Acid Downpour. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to protect my Muck. The Muck is the most threatening. It's very obvious that I protected my Politoed. He can also protect his Charizard. I'm going to go for the Persong. Because if he takes down my Politoed, that's fine. I can switch into my Kingdra. Because, yep, he's going to go for the Heat Wave, so this is not going to be doing too much. Let's see if he doubled up into my Muck. I don't think Venusaur really has anything that wants to hit my Muck. He's going to go for a Giga Drain. Okay, again, that's fine. And it still doesn't knock me up because he's not Life Orb. And then we're going to get a Parasong off. Perfect. And I get the Berry proc. Nice. So we're going to get a Parasong off right here. And my Muck is going to be the slowest thing on the field. So in 3 turns, I'll be able to basically take him out. And if the Politoed goes down, just bring in my Kingdra, I can protect and then go for a Hydro Vortex. But I'm not really threatened. I'm not threatened by the Charizard whatsoever. I'm going to have 4 more turns of rain after this. Let's see. Yep, 4 more turns of rain after this. He can't go for Sleep Powders because the Electric Train is up, so that's even better. I'm going to protect right here. He's probably going to go for the double up into the Muck. Again, there's really nothing that threatens me. So I'm just going to go for the Poison Jab right here. I can't poison Venusaur because it's a poison type, but this will still do a lot more damage than it would for the knockoff because I can't knock off any item and he's going to go for the forfeit. Really weird first game. Like, again, I'm not familiar with this format, so I think every game is going to be not a struggle to me, but it's going to be something new, and I'm going to continuously be taking information in, and it's going to be like a huge learning experience while I'm doing these videos. We will win the first game, and I didn't even use Parasong as an option right there. I only used it at the end when it was the last 2 Pokemon, because I knew all the Pokemon on my side of the field, barring the Kingdra, are the slowest, and the Kingdra is slower than the Charizard outside of Rain. Although it wouldn't have come to that, because there's 3 turns of Parasong left and 4 more turns of Rain left. Alright, so we're gonna pick up a win in the first game. Hopefully we can, I can, like, tech one of these games with Parasong. I don't necessarily like using it early on. So 1700 rated player from Japan, cool. He's gonna have a team, okay, pretty cool looking team. Kangaskhan Landorus, which are, Kangaskhan Landorus and Feeny, which are pretty common. Probably Misty Seed, Mandibuzz, Celesteela, and the Marowak. Okay, so the Marowak probably won't be brought here because I have a lot of things that threaten it in my Persian, my Muck, and my Gengar. I could definitely see the Celesteela coming right here. I can get the faster fake out with the Persian, but he can also be inner focus, so I don't necessarily want to go for that play. I don't get Levitate on my Gengar anymore, unfortunately, so it's not like I can like switch it into like a ground EMZ. Okay, let's think about this for a second. I think what I think he would do. He might even go for like a Feeny and Mandibuzz lead because that will still. Like, I don't have Sludge Bomb, but he doesn't know that on my Gengar. I don't want to tech him too early on. Could go for the Rain lead. Rain is always a safe lead. He doesn't have any weather on his side. I'm going to bring the Persian, Kingdra, Politoed. And who do I bring in the back? The Muck is always so solid. I'm going to bring the Muck. I'm not even going to bring the Gengar right here. So again, I have the Persian for the Kangaskhan. Sucker Punches won't be doing too much. I can go for Parting Shots. I could fake out early on. I just really like the Rain matchup with this team. Rain is just so good in general, especially if you don't have weather on the other side of the field that you don't have to worry about and consider switch-ins and things like that. I don't think I'm necessarily going to regret bringing the Gengar right here. Okay, he's going to lead the Kangaskhan and the Landorus perfectly fine. The Intimidate's not going to mean anything to either of my Pokemon. Now, the thing is, what does he go for? Because I'm a low-rated player. So he could be like, okay, he's probably going to fake out my Kangaskhan. We could just trade fake outs. And then I go for the ground EMZ into his Kingdra. Or you can go for the pop into the Persian, too. Landorus doesn't typically carry Protect, but although they might now because of the ground EMZ set. So he could switch. He can honestly switch the Landorus out into the Feeny, and then go for a Fake Out or a pop with his Kangaskhan. So I'm going to go for a Parting Shot right there. And I'm going to go for a Protect, because if he's going to fake anything out, it's going to be my Kingdra. Yep, Landorus is going to come out. It's probably going to be in the Feeny. No, the Celesteela, okay. So, Ice Beam would have done okay damage. Let's see if the Kangaskhan goes for. If it should definitely not go for the fake out into the Persian. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't go for the fake out into the Persian, because I want to get in my Weather Setter. Yeah, okay. Parting Shot into the Kangaskhan. And they're going to be able to get in our Politoed. Although Celesteela still is fairly threatening. But it's not like he can Heavy Slam. Flamethrower won't do nothing. Kangaskhan doesn't necessarily want to take a Hydro Vortex as well. So, I don't know if he has the Feeny in the back. He could switch to the Feeny into the Kangaskhan. And unfortunately, I don't have Brine on my Politoed, nor do I even think it gets Brine. And if I was faster with my Politoed, I'd be able to go for an Encore into the Kangaskhan, which would be pretty cool. So I'm just going to double up into the Celesteela. Honestly, I think he switches into the Feeny into the Kangaskhan slot. Plus, it's at -1 right now, so that has to be his play. He has to bring the Feeny. Yep. He has to bring the Feeny in this matchup. Yeah. I was going to say he had to have bring the Feeny in this matchup because I have Rain. So the Muck is going to work wonders for that Feeny in the back. So let's see if we could take care of the Celesteela, because the Celesteela wasn't going to protect in this position. So let's see how much this does to the Celesteela. This is in rain, max attack, modest Kingdra. I don't think it will do too much. Barring a critical hit, I think it will do like maybe 70% damage, and then hopefully we get a burn. Oh wow, completely underestimating the attacking power. Holy crap. That does a lot of damage. And the Skull should clean up the Celesteela. But now you could just get a free switch it into the Kangaskhan. and that still did have the potential to burn. I'm not upset about that because I didn't really have anything that could have dealt with the Celestial other than going for a Hydro Vortex into that slot. He's not bringing in his... Yeah, I was going to say, he's not bringing his Landorus on a potential Ice Beam. This could be Calm Mind right now. I'm looking for an Encore into this slot. And then he's probably going to Moonblast into the Kingdra, so I'm just going to go ahead and protect. I'm going to go for the Encore into the Kangaskhan. I think the Kangaskhan will now go for a Fake Out or a Power Out Punch. Okay. Into the Politoed. So at least we're... Critical hit. At least we're Encoring him into Power Up Punch, which won't be doing as much, so he can't go for returns or Sucker Punches, and then I can go for a Hydro Pump. Yep, he's going to go for a Calm Mind. So now I can go for the Power Song, which will put pressure on the Feeny and not allowing it to stay around for 3 more turns. Unless he goes for a Moonblast into the Politoed, which he could very well do, anticipating a Power Song, because this is a Perish Trap team. But then he still leaves the Kingdra on the field. Because there's nothing that wants to switch in into a double up into the Kangaskhan slot. Nothing. I'm going to go for the safe Perish Song right there. And, I could go for a Disable into the Kangaskhan, make it struggle. I think that's actually what I'm going to do. And unfortunately, I'm going to end up losing my Kingdra because his play is to go for a Moonblast into the Kingdra slot. Do I go for the Hail Mary into the Kangaskhan because the Hydro Pump could very well miss? I'm going to go for the Disable. I don't think he switches into his Landorus. Yep. Alright, well, this is either going to make or break us because he's going to struggle now. But the Feeny does get the Moonblast off into the Kingdra, which is the one thing that's threatening his Landorus. Yep. So, couldn't do anything about that. So I could have gone for the... like the Hydro Pump last turn, but that was a good play on his part. Kind of regretting not bringing the... I'm going to bring in the Persian right here because then I could just Fake Out. Kind of regret not bringing the Gengar now, because then I bring in my Gengar, he can't Sucker Punch me, and then I could just go for a potential Sludge Bomb into the Feeny, like, scare it out, because he only has 2 more turns left after this. Yeah, so I go for the Scald into that, and then the Fake Out into that. He could switch into his Landorus into the Feeny slot, but yeah, he's not going to try to, like, because I could have called him on that. Kangaskhan's going to go for Struggle. Still going to be doing a lot of damage. It's at +2. Yeah. And it's going to proc my Berry, which actually is pretty good. Alright. And then we're going to go for the Scald. He's going to take recoil damage. I got to see how many turns of... Okay. Let's see how many turns of... This is the second turn of Perish Song. Last turn of Misty Terrain. The rain had disappeared. One thing I could do is I could switch it into my Mako onto the Politoed slot. I go for the Parting Shot into the Tapu Fini, and then bring my Politoed onto the Persian slot. Still, I want my Politoed to be around for the Landorus because the Scald Bill, it should be able to either take it out, do a lot of damage, and I have the Ice Beam, I forgot about that. And I want to preserve the Fake Out on my Persian as well. Could also just double protect. I think he switches out this Feeny on this turn. You know what? I'm actually just going to go into my Muck right here, and then I'm going to protect the Persian because he could go for the Moonblast onto the Persian, because what Persian carries Protect? Gonna withdraw the Kangaskhan, okay. Still don't know whether or not this is Choice Scarf Landers, but if it's Choice Scarf Landers, that's actually not half bad. Could have brought Bulu in this matchup. This is a really good matchup to bring Bulu in. And I'm going to protect Persian. He should go for the Moonblast into the Persian. Yep. Because right now, I hope that this is Ground EMZ, and then I go for the Parting Shot into the Landorus right now. Parting Shot right there. I'm sorry, I hope he's not Scarfed. But if he's Scarfed, he's still not taking out my Persian. I'm going to protect the Ground EMZ away. So I gotta get my Politoed in relatively healthy, but I still have the Foul Play option on my Persian. I also want to preserve the. He's going to bring the Kangaskhan onto the Tapu slot. Forgot about that. But he's also threatening with the Ground EMZ. So I could have Foul Played the Tapu Fini slot. That's a misplay. Forgot, this is the last turn of Parish Song. I also think am I -1 on my Muck? I can't remember. And then I just protect it with my Muck, yeah. Not the best of plays. But he again could still go for the Ground EMZ right here. He's gonna Rock Slide. Okay, so probably Scarf. Because he doesn't wanna. That's actually really good. Oh man, I could have went for the Poison Jab into the Kangaskhan. Foul Play into the Kangaskhan, and I could have went for like a knockoff into the Landorus. Oh man. Actually, no, I'm not going to go for the knockoff. I'm going to go for the Poison Jab into that slot. I'm going to go for the Scold and the Kangaskhan. Let's see what he does here. I think he'll bring in... he is Ground EMZ, okay. I kind of figured, since he... I could have switched into my Persian right there. Let's see who he goes into, because the Persian switching in on the Muck is a pretty good call. And since he's at -1, I don't think that would knock out the Persian. Unless he doubled up into the Muck slot. Yep, this is going into the Muck, okay. This will definitely take Muck out. Yeah, even at -1. Yep. Okay, I was just assuming that, and he's going to go for the Double Edge, okay. Wow, that does a lot of damage, okay. So, I'm not too upset how this ended up, because we're playing, obviously, a very, very good Japanese player, who's probably been playing this format for quite some time. He's pretty high on the ladder, and this is, what, my 4th or 5th game playing with this team. So, hopefully he keeps the Landorus in. I just want to see how much the Foul Play does to Landorus at -1. I mean, it's good information. It's always good information to know, because I'd assume that, like, Landoruses are, like, 250 to 252. Okay, and he has U-turn. Okay, so he's got Rock Slide, U-turn, Rock Slide, U-turn, Earthquake, and probably Protect, I'd assume. Just gotta bring in the Fini right here. Yep. And then the Kangaskhan's probably just going to go for a Double Edge. And this is also good information to know. See how much damage the Double Edge does at neutral. Because... Oh, okay. Never mind. This shouldn't take me out. I was going to say I thought I was at full health, but he did end up U-turning. And then I'm just going... Well, he now Sucker Punches me. But... I think Sucker Punch will take me out. No, he doesn't. Okay, but there's no reason to Sucker Punch me right there. I was going to say, let's see how much damage the Sucker Punch does now. Because I know Foul Play doesn't do too much to my Persian. I'll take that game. We're going to do one more game, too, since this is like the first episode and I am very unfamiliar with this format. Hopefully we can end up going like 2-1 run right here. I'm, again, not too upset. Very, very good player right there. We're wearing the same shirt, so he has good taste, too. If we could have made a couple of calls right there better, I would feel confident that we could have pulled it out, but again, being unfamiliar with the format doesn't help. Also, this is a best of one in a format that is so massive. There are so many different Pokemon that you can use in this format, so literally anyone could have anything, and there was no way of me knowing that the Landorus wasn't Choice Scarfed. I had assumed that, okay, it went for a Rock Slide, it doesn't want to damage its partnering Pokemon, so it's going for the Rock Slide, like Scarf Rock Slides, maybe go for flinches. So I didn't know not to bring out my Muck. Anyway, we're going to have a pretty weird looking team right here, because it has the Gliscor, and it has the, oh my god, I can't remember what that fossil Pokemon's name is. I'm just going to call it fossil Pokemon. But he does have the Cresselia, the Kangaskhan, the Mimikyu, and the Typhlosion. Okay. I don't think Typhlosion is going to come right here. I don't think the Gliscor is going to come right here. Because Ice Beam is 4 times super effective because it's flying ground. Kangaskhan's going to come. I think the Mimikyu comes. Cresselia is going to come. And it depends on who he brings in the... for his ladder Pokemon, I really don't think it's the Typhlosion. So if anything, it's probably going to be that fossil Pokemon for my water type attackers. I think this is a match that Tapu Bulu looks pretty good in, because it's pretty bulky. Can recover with Horn Leech. I think I have Disable on it as well. I have Roar on it. Nice. I don't think he'll want to go for a Trick Room. This doesn't necessarily look like a Trick Room team. What do I bring right here? I really don't like bringing Gengar, apparently. I don't know. Like, I think I'm going to be rewriting this, but, like, again, I'm not comfortable with this team, so I don't necessarily know what Gengar's role is on this team. If I had a Whimsicott, I'd be like, okay, I'm bringing Gengar. Because I would be able to Encore Disable. I could do that with the Politoed, but it's, I don't know. Let's see what we do right here. So, we're going to be leading the Kingdra and the Persian. I just like having the potential for Parting Shot and bringing in my Politoed. Mimikyu's going to be annoying, though. He could go for the Trick Room, and again, if he goes for the Trick Room, I do have the Muck in the back, and the Politoed as well. Fortunately, I don't have Taunt or anything like that. Again, if anything, he's going to fake out into the Kingdra. I can't fake out his Mimikyu, which is kind of annoying. So, I'm going to foul play right here. And I'm going to bring the Muck. Let's see, because I think he goes for like maybe like a fake out into the Kingdra and then going for like a Twinkle Tackle. Or he could also go for the Twinkle Tackle into the Persian. I didn't think about that. I'm leading 2 Pokemon weak to Fairy type attacks. But the Kingdra has the larger potential to take out a lot of his Pokemon. So, okay, he's going to go for a Protect, probably going for a Trick Room, I suspect. Wow, Mimikyu has Protect, okay. I did not think of that as a potential whatsoever. I'm going to go for a Curse right here. So, I'm going to go for a Parting Shot into the Mimikyu. Let's see, what does he have in the back? Because I could just go for the foul play into the Kangaskhan, but then again, he can go for a Twinkle Tackle. I'm going to go for a Parting Shot into the Kangaskhan, and then I'm going to go for a Curse. I really don't think he's going to go for a Twinkle Tackle or anything like that. I think I'm just playing this like way too aggressively, or like passively, I should say, not aggressively. I'm going to switch in my Politoed right here in case he wants to go for a Twinkle Tackle into that slot, because I could have gotten some good damage off into the Kangaskhan right there, whereas I chose to Parting Shot into it. It could also have taken out the Disguise on the Mimikyu and then followed up the following turn with an attack. But let's see how well this ends up turning out. He's going to go for a Return into the Muck. Shouldn't do too much damage. We'll see if he went for the double up into the Muck. That'd be really interesting. Nope, he's going to go for the Play Rough into the Politoed. Okay. Which does a lot of damage, actually. We're going to go for the Curse, so he's definitely not going to be going for Trick Rooms right here. We're going to get some Black Sludge recovery as well. And Kangaskhan should not really be doing too much to our Muck right here, so I think going for the double up into the Mimikyu is a good call, because if anything he brings out his Kangaskhan, but do I want to... I think I'm going to want to get some damage off into whoever comes in right there. Nothing wants to come into a double up into that slot. A knockoff Scald. But then again, the Mimikyu is just sitting here in the field, allowed to go for attacks. It's got Protect, it's got Twinkle not Twinkle Tackle, Play Rough, probably got Shadow Claw. I'm going to double up into the Kangaskhan. I really want to go for the Poison Jab, but I think going for the knockoff for anything that potentially wants to switch in is a better option right here. Got to withdraw the Mimikyu. Okay, did not expect that. The Cordilli is going to come in. That's what its name is. Okay. And it's probably going to be... It's going to Protect. Okay. He's not really gaining anything by protecting because he's... Storm Drain. I did not know that thing got Storm Drain. Okay. That's not good. What is it? Rock Grass or Ground Grass? It's Ground Grass. Ice Beam's going to be doing a lot of damage to it. Again, and there's so many Pokemon in this format. So many people can be using these Pokemon that I am unfamiliar with, and I don't even know their typings. But you can check their typings right here, can't you? Okay, so it's Rock Grass. Definitely not going to want to keep Politoed in right here, but I don't necessarily want to switch anything into a Giga Drain, so I think I'm just going to Protect right here. Get them chip onto the Cradilly. What do you think it has? Did it just... I was going to say, did it just reveal leftovers? But no, I didn't get any damage off into it. So I'm going to go for a Curse into it. Not a Curse. I'm going to go for a Knockoff into it to see what item it has. I don't think it'll have like a Z move or anything like that. And if it does go for anything, I think it's going to go for a Giga Drain into the return, probably into the Muck. Yep. So this is essentially at -2. Still does considerable amounts of damage. I don't think he'll go for the double up call. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he goes for the double up into that slot. And don't necessarily know how fast the Cradilly is. Wick Claw. Huh. Okie-doke. Alright. I don't want to lose my Rain Setter and or my Politoed this early on. I could go for the Poison Jab and Cradilly. It could go for a... I don't think it goes for a Protect right here because it's going to outspeed my Muck. And I don't think I'll be able to take it out because I think Cradilly has pretty good special defenses but not as good defenses. Hopefully this goes into the Politoed. No, I was going to say. Still continuously doing good damage, and then I can't Scald him, which is kind of annoying. He's going for a Giga Drain into the Persian. Holy crap, that does so much damage. The Cradilly is broken. It needs a nerf. Wow. Okay. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. What do I do right now? How many turns of Rain do I have left? This is the last turn of Rain. Kangaskhan's going to Protect right here, so... I think he double protects. I really think he double protects, because then I can get off another Curse right here. If he does do that. I'm going to go for a Curse. I think he double protects. Yeah, so... the Kangaskhan's definitely protecting right here. Wow! Kangaskhan is not protecting. Completely risking a Fake Out into the Kangaskhan. That's crazy. Well, we are low ladder right here, so it's I guess it's understandable. And Earthquake does not get the ability to Parental Bond. I don't think spread attacks get the ability to take advantage of Parental Bond. Kangaskhan could Protect now. Parting Shot right there. I can't believe I'm doing not good against this team. It's kind of upsetting me. I think Kangaskhan could very well not Protect right now. Cradilly's going to be brought back. It's going to go into the Mimikyu. Okay. So I'm going to get a Parting Shot off into the Mimikyu. I was trying to neutralize... And okay, he does go for Protect. So I could have went for another Curse or an attack right there. Matching my protect, potentially. So, okay. Alright, so get this parting shot off into the Mimikyu. I really wish I had Quash on this version. I think I'm going to change it up to give it Quash. The Credility being in the back is really annoying, so who do I bring in right here? Bring in a Politoed right here. He could switch out the Mimikyu again into the Credility. Or does he? Mind games. Again. Mind games. These are really long matches. I gotta stop talking too much and just start picking buttons. Alright, what's this? Okay, yeah, Black Sludge. And the Kangaskhan is at -1. We are at +2. He could go for the double up into the muck. If only Politoed was like really, really fast, then I can go for the Encore into the Kangaskhan. I'm gonna switch in into Kingdra on the slot. I'm just gonna go with the Poison Jab right here. I don't want to switch into my Persian. I want to be able to go for. Should have protected last turn. I want to be able to go for a Z parting shot, if anything. I'll protect his Mimikyu. This is not going to take me out. See, I'm not not fully understanding the plays my opponent's making, because again, I guess like he wants to preserve his disguise, but I'm allowed to be getting into pretty good positions. Let's see now. Go for a Poison Jab into that slot. I mean, not a Poison Jab, an Ice Beam. I'm gonna go for the double up into the. I'm like, when is he gonna withdraw the Kangaskhan, or is she? Nope, it's gonna stay in. Okay. The muck might be going down right here. I could have very well, very easily have gone for a protect right there with the muck. But let's see what happens right here. He's going to go for a return. Is it going to be... Okay, so it's going to be into the Kingdra. Maybe the double up into the Kingdra. If this is a double up into the Kingdra, this okay, so this is going to be a never-ending nightmare into the Kingdra? Could have just went for a player off into the Kingdra. Maybe expecting a switch out into the... Oh, okay, so trying to get me through Protect. Okay. I don't think that would have KO'd me through Protect, though. I resist it. And I'm +2. Gets a critical hit, but I don't think the critical hit mattered. That definitely wouldn't have KO'd me through Protect, though. I'm at +2. Alright, let's bring in the Persian right here. Alright, how many turns of rain I have left? This is, this format's really silly. So I am going to withdraw into the Politoed, and then, thing is, I'm not getting any offense off whatsoever. I'm just trying to, like, switch around, which obviously isn't helping me. I think he does, because he could just double protect right here. Let me see. Return. I'm going to disable right here. You can't go for a return. Guess I'm just going to go for a fail play right here. Again, like I have to play around the protects, which is kind of annoying. If he didn't protect the Kangaskhan, okay. Not protecting the fake outs away, which is kind of surprising. Because I can't fake out into the Mimikyu. So, I'm going to go for Earthquake. This isn't going to take out either of my at least it shouldn't take out either one of my Pokemon, because he's at -1, it's a spread damage move, non-stab. Yeah. Getting nowhere, though. I'm very surprised he hasn't brought in his Credilli yet. So I'm going to go for... No, I didn't want to do that. I actually wanted to switch out into... Oh, this is the last turn. So I'm going to double protect right here. Because... Oh, didn't want to fake out. I'm going to double protect because... I don't know what my opponent wants to do right. That's silly. This is so silly. And because right now this is the last turn of rain, rain will expire, I'll be able to get my Politoed and set up the rain again. And then I can go for a Z parting shot and then go into my, yeah, he's going to protect. Protects all around. What does the Mimikyu go for? Shadow Sneak. Ooh, okay. Alright. Will the Shadow Sneak take out my Persian though? Because now I am not going to be able to go for a Z parting shot. Oh, then I can't go for the Hydro Vortex either if I do that. But I have to go for that play, so I'm going to switch into my Politoed right here. I'm going to go for a Z parting shot into the Kangaskhan. He or she is not withdrawing the Kangaskhan, so I'm just going to go for that play. Then I switch into my King Drill in that slot. Hopefully he doesn't go for like a play rough. I think he just goes for the Shadow Sneak again to take out my King Drill. Nope, Mimikyu's just going to go for Protect. Yeah, I'm at such low health, and the Mimikyu has pretty much already done its job, so there's really no reason to go for the Protects other than just going for the Earthquakes, but again, it's not doing too much damage. And now Kangaskhan's going to be at -2, and it's a non-stab spread move. Look at my timer. My timer's so low. This is so silly. It's going to take a lot of getting used to in this format. That's kind of why I wanted to do so well in VGC 17, get as many points as I can, because I don't necessarily know how well I'll play this format. So King Drill will be at full health, but at what cost? Because like, now I can't go for the Hydro Vortex, and the Credilli's still in the back. I could very well go for the Ice Beam, but into what target? Like who? Like I can't predict who he's going to withdraw because he hasn't withdrawn the Kangaskhan yet, which is kind of surprising because it's barely doing any damage. I just wish Politoed was fast. It's so silly not to be able to go for a fast Encore. Let's go for an... Oh, I don't have Ice Beam on my Politoed. That's unfortunate. Gonna go for an Ice Beam. Switch out into the Credilli onto the Mimikyu slot. Why aren't you switching out into the Credilli? I could go for Hydro Pumps. Well, the Kangaskhan protects. Let's see if he goes for a play rough. Yeah. I'm just not understanding. Why aren't you going out into the Credilli? I can just easily sweep through your entire team. I guess I'm just like so far in the hall right now, he's probably like, oh, there's no point. Yeah, that's at -1 as well. I'm just going to go for it right now. Let me see, the Kangaskhan went for a Protect right there. So I'm going to go for the Foul Play isn't going to do anything. Foul Play and the Ice Beam. Please, just switch out into the Credilli now. Shadow Sneak. Into the Persian? Okay, it's not going to take me out. Let's see what the Kangaskhan goes for. Does it go for the attack into the Kingdra? I am struggling against this team now, aren't I? Into the Kingdra? Will this take me out? Wow. Kangaskhan is just so ridiculously strong. That's at -2. And he's just going to bring in the Kingdra, the Credilli right here, and there's nothing I could do about that. I need to study up on this format. Apparently I was just worrying about a Credilli that just never got switched into. But that's the mind game. There's going to be some mind games. I don't know how much I'm going to like VGC 18. There's just too many Pokemon. There's too many things that you have to be aware of. I'm going to go for that Foul Play right here, and then I can't attack with the Politoed. I literally can't attack with the Politoed. Damn it! I can't attack with the Politoed. What else do I do? And he goes for the protect. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I'm just forfeiting after this. This is silly. Obviously not the most competitive team. My team, that is. Obviously not the most competitive team. It's supposed to be gimmicky with the Perish Trap. And it's very hard to play against lower ladder players too, because you never predict what they're going to do. And they both have silly and creative teams. And this doesn't make any sense to go for the Perish song when I have one Pokemon left and he has 3. So yeah, I'm just going to forfeit. Kangaskhan really just gave me the hardest time right there. Tapu Bulu was a really good Pokemon to bring right here, and I didn't bring it because I could still go for the superpower into the Kangaskhan. I have the option for the foul play and stuff like that. The Credilli can't really do much to the Tapu Bulu either. Yeah, that was a silly game. And we're almost at an hour right here. Wow, I gotta do some stuff. I gotta be an adult. Anyway, thank you for everyone that's watching. Leave some suggestions down below. I guess as to what I could have done better, I have to get a lot of practice with this team, obviously, because I have to get used to the team, number one, get used to the format, understand what kind of items and moves that are on Pokemon, and just get good overall. I don't want to continue battling, no. So I'm going to stop that. I'm so comfortable with VGC 17. I know, like, I have a good mindset going into that, and I feel very comfortable doing well in that format. It's going to take me a while on VGC 18. Fortunately, since I'm so busy, I don't really have much time to study up on it, whereas other people do. So I'm going to be at a disadvantage very early on, so I can use all the help that I could possibly get. So leave some constructive criticism down below. Help me out, whatever you want to do. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and have a great day, and hopefully we can do better in the next episode.